Imagine a world where ships had to sail all the way around South America, a long and dangerous journey. It seems impossible now with the Panama Canal, but that was the reality for centuries. What if I told you the initial dream of cutting through that land was nearly a nightmare for one European power, and another nation stepped in to pick up the pieces and finish the job? The United States played a pivotal role by acquiring the French company's assets and concession rights to build a canal across the Isthmus of Panama. This critical purchase directly allowed the US to take over the ambitious project and eventually complete what became known as the Panama Canal. The French effort, led by Ferdinand de Lesseps, the builder of the Suez Canal, began in 1881. However, it was plagued by immense challenges. Tropical diseases like yellow fever and malaria decimated the workforce, while the scale of engineering required for a sea-level canal proved too complex for their technology and methods at the time. Financial difficulties and mismanagement also led to the collapse of the original French company. The United States saw immense strategic and commercial value in an interoceanic canal. It would drastically cut travel times for both naval vessels and merchant ships, significantly boosting American trade and global influence. President Theodore Roosevelt was a strong advocate, believing the canal was essential for American power and prosperity, especially after the Spanish-American War highlighted the need for quicker naval deployment between the Atlantic and Pacific. The acquisition process officially began with the Spooner Act of 1902. This act authorized President Roosevelt to purchase the French Canal Company's property and rights for $40 million. This was a significant sum, but it secured the existing groundwork, equipment, and the valuable concession. The United States then negotiated with Colombia, which controlled Panama at the time, for the necessary land. After a complex political situation, Panama declared independence and swiftly signed the Hay-Bunau-Varilla Treaty with the United States, granting the US the right to build and operate the canal zone. It is fascinating to realize that by the time the French abandoned their project, they had actually moved an estimated 80 million cubic yards of earth. While much of their equipment was outdated or poorly maintained, the US inherited some valuable assets. This included partial excavations, some existing railway infrastructure, and even a number of buildings that could be salvaged. These pre-existing efforts, though incomplete, gave the American project a head start, saving both time and resources. The creation of the Isthmian Canal Commission by the US government then provided the crucial organizational structure needed to manage such an enormous undertaking. So, the United States stepping in to purchase the French canal assets was not just a financial transaction. It was a strategic masterstroke that revived a monumental engineering dream. It combined American ambition and technological prowess with the lessons learned from the French experience, ultimately leading to the successful construction of one of the world's most vital waterways, forever changing global shipping and trade.